The World Cup draw has finally been drawn. And Scotland, or maybe even Wales or Ukraine, have been placed into Group B. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. We're here to talk piss for 10 minutes about Scotland's chances of winning the World Cup, even though they haven't even qualified yet. And while we're doing that, we'll also cover the other 31 nations, even though we don't know who they're all going to be yet. But yeah, I think Scotland will be one of them. That is the main thing. So we can see here on the screen, we have Harry Kane licking Windies. We've got Gareth Bale looking like a monkey. We're allowed to say that though because he's white. And we've got Andy Robertson who deactivates his Twitter because he got some mean tweets. So really, 3 fucking pansies on the screen. And in the reality, only 2 of the 3 of them is going to qualify for the World Cup, going to be at the World Cup. Hell, maybe only Harry Kane will be at the World Cup. Maybe he'll get to lick all the Windies for himself, because there is a chance that Bale and Robertson will both get knocked out by Ukraine. But the question is, if Putin knocks Ukraine off the face of the earth, who gets the last spot? That's what I want to know.
What you gonna do, brother, when Flatty Daddy wipes the blue and yellow off the face of this earth and replace it with the red, white, and blue, brother?
Like, see if it was up to me, right? I would just say, look, Ukraine, you're too busy fighting a war here, and Iran is a third world fucking dump shithole of a country. So I would just kick Iran out and put both Scotland and Wales into that group. We could have a Wales, Scotland, England, USA Group B. For me, that would be the perfect ideal scenario.
American.
I mean, can we not get behind that?
That was like a Hulk Hogan Dusty Rhodes remix, and it just didn't really work.
No, didn't it? Like,
look at the neck of some of these fucking groups. So, I mean, we can talk about our group, but will we get there? Probably. If we do, if we don't qualify, it's a joke.
any females travelling to the World Cup in Qatar, just make sure that you dress appropriately, wear the correct clothing, or else you'll be wearing a noose around your neck, because that's how it works here in Qatar.
Qatar, your ass on it here, Jabba.
I don't care how much money these countries have, they'll always be known as third world shitholes to me.
Yeah, maybe when we die like 400 years later, they'll be fourth world shitholes or something. I don't know what the term's going to be, man. But our group, it's all right. You know what? It's easier than the Euros group. Way easier.
Oh, aye, fuck. I mean,
Czech Republic's better than both of them.
Yeah,
and they're the worst
better than Czech Republic. So I mean,
that was my point. Czech Republic were the worst team in our
although,
group.
and the only thing you could say is, at least in that the Euros, there was a chance of 3 teams going through.
Yeah, I know.
Whereas in this, there's a chance of 2. But I'm quietly confident, guys, that we get through.
My logic is, I don't see Iran and USA taking anything off England.
Honestly, I think we'll have a harder task of qualifying than we will getting through Group B. Because I would say Ukraine and Wales will be 2 tougher games than Iran and USA. Could be wrong, but I mean, that's how I feel. Right. Well, we just cover each group first and then...
We've already talked about our group, so we can kind of just gloss over Group B, can we not?
Alright, Group A, what have you got to say about it? The opening game of the World Cup is going to be Qatar versus Ecuador. And I'd like to show that fixture. The door.
Yeah.
normally I watch the opening game.
Name me one player from either country.
Antonio Valencia from like 10 years ago.
Was he Ecuador?
Aye.
I think he was Venezuela.
Was he? Oh well, fuck, who knows?
Aye, from 10 years.
Here, Ecuador's probably got some decent players, like, you know.
Think of games of open tournaments before, and look at this.
Scotland, Brazil. Well, that didn't open, didn't it?
No. Fucking closed it for us, but I mean, that's the bottom line. But yeah, I think that first group, it's Senegal and Holland go through.
Aye. Well, I mean, I don't think Ecuador's that bad. I mean, I think we're sleeping on them a wee bit.
No, but Senegal's got Mane and shit.
True. Ecuador's got, exactly.
And Qatar's got no rights, so I mean, you look at it like that, boom, boom. Right, next up, Group B, I think England and Scotland will go through, so we're just predicting that Scotland will qualify.
Aye.
Right. C, I'm gonna go Mexico and Argentina.
Yeah, I mean, I think it all depends on Robert Lewandowski. But he doesn't really seem to do it for Poland. His form for Poland in major competitions is fucking atrocious.
Yep.
So Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be close. I think
Same with
Argentina.
Messi.
I think, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised what order the top. I mean, Argentina, Mexico, and Poland. I wouldn't really be surprised which two of those three go through. I mean, Argentina are expected to top it, but if they got knocked out in Mexico, Poland, I wouldn't say it's the biggest shock ever.
Yeah.
But apparently Argentina's in good form. They haven't lost for 3 years. But I mean, who knows? World Cup's still, 6 months away? Their form could be shite by the time this comes around. I mean, Messi's form's shite at the moment. But maybe, I mean, normally his form's good for his club and he never does anything for Argentina. Maybe it'll be the opposite this time. Maybe he's doing shit for PSG and he'll turn up for his country. So, I mean, who knows?
Who knows? Next up, we've Group D. We've got France, Denmark, Tunisia, and also the winner of this playoff shit, Australia, United Arab Emirates, Nations, boom, boom, or Peru. I think it'll be France and Denmark.
See, before we actually talk about Group D, can we just point out here how come every time something's happening, right, in a country like this, Qatar or Saudi Arabia, F1, like all these lefties will always come out.
We need to do more.
And they'll always talk about human rights, right? And like how things like LGBT is not accepted. But they'll never address the root of the problem. Fucking Islam. But they'll come out, they'll come out and say, They'll complain about it and say, "Oh, we need to do more for human rights and stuff like this." But why can't they address the issue? What have all these shithole countries got in common?
Islam.
Exactly, but why? Has anyone ever? Has Vettel ever come out and said it?
Of course he hasn't. This isn't the Sebastian Vettel show. This is the Fog Football show.
I know, but Harry Kane coming out and saying, "Oh, we need to do better. We need to."
He doesn't know what fucking planet we're on. Give him a break.
What is it? We need to. We need to, educate, is that what he said? I think he might say we need to educate these countries. It's not like, they make it as if, it's just random countries around the world have certain laws. It's not just random, right? See, it's not, have you noticed all of these countries, right, where the human rights, right, have the human rights records are atrocious, being gay is, like, punishable by death. It's all in fucking Islamic run countries, Islamic fucking loving countries. So
I totally get you, right? But I think this is a fid for a different day, not the World Cup.
It is, but no, it pisses me off how it's just never addressed. You know what I mean? People will come out and they'll touch on it. They'll go, I don't think it's right the World Cup's been held in Qatar, but they'll never address the problem. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
I mean, why not just straight up say what it is? What have Qatar and Saudi Arabia got in common, apart from oil?
How the fuck have Saudi Arabia qualified for another tournament?
Probably bought their way into it.
Yeah, I mean, they were absolutely awful at the World Cup a couple of years ago. I remember that. Shocking. Yeah, Group D, you're going Denmark and France?
Yeah. I mean, Tunisia is no bad, but I think Denmark are.
Yeah, right. Next up, Group E.
Oh, by the way, I hope Australia qualify. That's one less Middle Eastern country that.
I wouldn't mind Peru.
Oh, well, as long as it's not United Arab Nations.
Nah, they're getting nothing out of it.
Australia or Peru, like.
I'm going to go Germany and Spain in Group B. I could see Japan sneaking through. They've got good technicians, like. But...
Kyogo Furuhashi. I mean, I'd be hard to see past Germany, Spain. Normally, every time Germany have a shocker of a tournament, they bounce back. They had a shocker last time losing to England. Wouldn't be surprised if Germany bounced back here.
That's the bottom line. Next up, we've got Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia. I'm actually going to go with Belgium and Morocco. I feel like Croatia's golden age is done.
See, I feel that way a wee bit about Belgium. I've always felt Belgium are overrated.
But they'll get through this group, like.
Right, and I do feel like they're an aging team. However, I mean they probably will get through this group, but I'm going to go Belgium, Croatia, but I mean, Morocco are decent. Canada came first in the North American Confederation. Will they do anything in Group F? People are touting them as dark horses. I can't see it.
Dark horses for what?
I mean, they've never won a game at the World Cup. Maybe, could they win a game this time? Maybe, but I certainly don't see them going through.
No. Next up in Group G, we've got Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon. I'd probably say
This is hard to pick here. I mean, I think Brazil will top it, but I mean, in my opinion, those other three are all equally matched.
I'll go with Brazil and Switzerland.
Yeah, I'd say Switzerland are the best at the other three, but I mean, it's close. It's very close.
Definitely. You can't
I would
argue
imagine Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon are all relatively close in the FIFA World Rankings.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're all within like 10 places of each other. But yeah, I'll go Brazil and Switzerland, but I mean, it really could be Brazil in any combination. I mean, let's be real, Brazil haven't been that great in major tournaments for a while. Brazil might not even get through. But nah, smart money would say Brazil. They're actually currently favourites for this tournament. Don't know if I agree with that.
No, I wouldn't.
I would probably say France. I think France have the best team.
Exactly, and the best team normally equals the fucking the money.
I think Brazil's firepower lacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I just don't. I mean, Brazil defense for our first 10 in the world. I mean, their defense is probably actually good. But I do think they lack in attacking areas. Moving into Group H, we've got Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. I would not be surprised if Portugal do not get out of this group.
No. But saying that, I'm going to go Ukraine.
Portugal.
Ukraine, Uruguay, Portugal.
I'm going to go with Uruguay and South Korea.
Oh, I'm going to look at the photo. Anyway, that's the group. That's the group's wrapped
and
up.
why am I going with South Korea? Because they've brought out some good fucking television shows lately, alright? Next on our list, extracurricular, but anyway, till then.
No, it isn't even. Until next time.
Wait, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
We're not going to get a predict. Who's winning this bad boy?
The tournament?
Aye.
It's a bit early for that.
Ukraine.
As long as it's not
Give
fucking
it to
England.
Ukraine, sympathy.
Who's winning it?
Qatar, they've paid them off.
Nah, no amount of money. I'm going to go away. Fuck, I don't know, man.
Italy.
Tell you what, like, it looks like there's some serious fucking star power missing.
It does, aye. I can't really name who, like, but, well, I guess there's Sweden, there's Italy. There's Colombia. Colombia's no there.
Sweden. Fucking Sweden.
Chile's no there.
Norway?
No, I'd say Italy, Sweden, Colombia, Chile. That's names that you'd expect to be at a World Cup.
Yeah. I know where they are.
Let's be real, right? See if you're a top seed, you should be going through. See, just looking at these groups. I don't know if I like the format. I think they need to change it. No, look at the seeds, so right. It's hard to make a case. I'm not calling Qatar a seed because they're not. It's hard to make a case that each top seed won't go through. I would say out of all of them, the only one I can maybe see not going through is like Portugal.
Mm-hmm. Or Brazil, maybe just because the group's that close, but even then you'd expect them still to go through.
But anyway, guys, that's it. I don't know what point I was trying to make there.
Yeah, no, I was waiting for it, I didn't get it.
My point is, I think the World Cup's kind of going down in standard.
Euro's going up.
Yeah. I mean, people have said it's more difficult to win the Euros than it is to win the World Cup, and I would be tempted to agree with that. I just wish they would change the Euros back
Just
to
harder to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, it's harder to qualify for the World Cup.
If you're European.
Yeah, but if you're fucking, I mean, let's be real. See, if you're a USA, you should not be qualifying for every World Cup.
I know, is it true?
I mean, when was the last time Argentina and Brazil didn't make the World Cup?
Sorry.
I mean, you've got a group of, you're in a League of 10 and top 5 go through.
No, that's pish.
And it's not like it's not like it's at 10 European teams and you've got like France, Germany, Spain, Portugal, Netherlands, Italy. You know what I mean? It's not like it's top 10 top nations. It's like you've got Brazil and Argentina, and then you've got like the nations that are below them, like Chile, Colombia, Uruguay, and then like the rest are pretty shite. Venezuela, Bolivia. I mean, come on. I mean, when's Venezuela or Bolivia really ever do anything there? No. You know, so I would change up the qualifying format. But that's pretty much the only point I've got left to make.
Aye, that's where we're ending it, guys. Fog football back with the World Cup draw tomorrow. Scottish Premiership action. Tune in for it. But until then,
peace.